Today we will be covering people who are unalived by their fans. Selena Quintanilla. So of course we all know Selena Quintanilla is the pretty much face of Tejano music. A lot of people even call her the Mexican Madonna. From her personality to her fashion sense, she was a trailblazer. And I truly do believe that if she was not unalive, she would be as big as like Shakira or J-Lo. It all started one evening when this woman named Yolanda Salvador, who is a nurse, randomly goes to one of Selena's shows because her cousin wanted her to. Usually, this lady named Yolanda really liked country music, but her cousin really convinced her. After going to a Selena show, she would then have a shrine of Selena. Yolanda keeps calling Abraham Quintanilla, which is Selena's dad, asking if she can be the president of a fan club and basically start one up because there wasn't one yet. Abraham eventually is like, fine, I don't care, you can do it. When this happens, to everyone's surprise, Yolanda was actually doing really well as like the fan club president. She was recruiting so many people and putting so many people onto Selena's music. At one point, there was 5,000 fans in the fan club. She even quit her nursing job to be president. Now, Yolanda claims that Selena would call her mom. I don't know where that would even be true at because it's like Selena was 23 when she unalived and Yolanda was 34. So like I don't see there's not that big of an age gap for you to be calling her mom, so I don't think that's true, but that's what Yolanda says. Because of the fan club doing so well, this really proved to like the whole Quintanilla family that Yolanda was worthy of taking on more. So they went ahead and promoted her as manager of all of Selena's boutiques. There is a lot of back and forth about this from people that were around in the 90s. Some people say that they walked by the store and it was always empty, and others claim that it was always packed in there. It's very important to keep in mind that Selena was always backing up Yolanda, like they were thick as thieves, they were best friends. A lot of weird things started happening as soon as Yolanda started to take over. There were a couple of fans who were complaining to Abraham that they never got their stuff. They're like, okay, I already paid, so where is my stuff at? I need my stuff. And to make matters worse, Abraham actually found checks that were forged by Yolanda, and it had both of Selena's businesses on it. $30,000 to $90,000 was allegedly embezzled. Now here's where Abraham really messed up at. He went up to Yolanda and approached her and told her, I will be calling the cops, you will be persecuted, you will be charged. And he should have never done that. If you're going after somebody in court, in my opinion, you need to keep it on the DL. Like, I understand where he's coming from and he doesn't have a lot of experience with this, but like, that's what he should have not done. Not saying anything is his fault, but that's what he should have not done. Because you just gave her a head start and a plan. This is where everything would sort of change of how Selena would view Yolanda, her best friend. In this meeting, that is where Selena, for the first time ever pretty much, is not defending Yolanda as much and kind of letting her dad take the lead and is just kind of sitting back with her arms crossed in disappointment. Yolanda leaves town all of a sudden, and it's with all of the business records for some reason. This is also the time period where she buys a instrument that she's going to use that is going to unalive Selena. Yolanda calls Selena and asks her to meet her at this random motel for some reason, and she wants Selena to be there alone. So Selena's like, okay, I'll go. She goes, she tries to get the business records back from her. This would cause a fight. A lot of people heard commotion coming from their motel room. When this fight happens, it's also alleged that Selena said, you're not only gonna not work for me, but we're also not gonna be friends anymore, and allegedly takes off the ring that her and Yolanda had as like a friendship ring. That is when Yolanda pulls out points it at Selena and hit her in the back. To which Selena would run out of the room about 400 feet to the lobby. She's begging and pleading for help, and her last words are Yolanda in the room number. While this is happening, Yolanda screams at Selena, calls her the B word, and is like chasing after her. Keep in mind, Yolanda used to be a nurse, so why are you not helping her? Selena is then rushed to the hospital, and her family unfortunately receives the news that nobody wants to hear. And that's that she had unalived at the age of 23. While this is all going down, Yolanda, for some reason, is at a 9-hour standoff with police and threatens to do things to herself. And it was reported that if Selena was hit a little higher or a little lower, she would have survived. And just like that, Yolanda is the most hated person in Texas. Yolanda has said multiple times that this was all just an accident, a misunderstanding, and she didn't mean to do it. But once again, why didn't you call the police? Why didn't you call an ambulance? Why didn't you call anyone? No CPR, no rushing to get her help, just calling her names as she's trying to breathe. When it was time for Yolanda to be sentenced, it was literally only 3 hours before everyone determined that she was guilty. And just like that, her freedom was gone. She would go on to get life in prison with the possibility of parole in 30 years, which was like the heftiest sentence in Texas at the time. She got extremely lucky because Texas doesn't play that now. And ever since then, Selena's husband and her family have kind of been going back and forth in court and stuff like that. But her dad definitely, right after she unalived, was really trying to push out merch super heavy. There are some people that say that this whole situation happened because of Yolanda. Others say it was because of her dad. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below.